Yeah, I think kind of because the injury came at the end of the season, it was a good time to have a break and time off. So it's being forced not to be able to do something that you want to do is kind of makes you more motivated, more hungry and determined to come back. So I think as much as it was a negative thing at the end of last season, it's probably a positive thing for this season coming. I'd love to win the World Cup overall again and the World Championship, so I know that's pretty much what I want to try and achieve. So yeah, I'd love to be able to do the double this year and win both titles.
The season started off, Mike and Joe went out to Gouveia to do a race there pre-season, 2 weeks before the first World Cup round in South Africa. Mike decides to flip him wad up in the rocks and break his hand, so...
Worst mistake of my life. Ended up on my head with my bike coming down on top of me and broke my hand, which weren't really good, and it was only like, I think it was 3 weeks before the start of the season. When I went back home, I had it checked out, and he told me it was definitely broken and I shouldn't ride a bike until it was like fully healed. My cast was off. But instead I went to South Africa and cut my cast off and started riding. The hand's a disadvantage, to be honest. Riding with the brake is still only like 3 weeks old. It's just still a pretty fresh brake. Hopefully this thing don't like to be getting cut though. I had a double foamy grip, put foam inside my glove, then tape my fingers up and I had to try and break with 2 fingers. It was a mission. Not many things have stopped me from riding in the past, so just try and keep it going.
So off we went to Pietermaritzburg for the first World Cup round, and that wasn't a track that was going to suit any of our riders. We opted to use some different bikes. We got the Nukeproof Megas slackened out, put some triple clamp boxes on there, and I think that worked out for the best, you know, for our riders in that course. Sam's goal was getting a top 10 there, and he got 9th, so that was amazing. Unfortunately, Mike didn't qualify because he had a mechanical. So that was a decent result to start off, better than a, you know. Well, I knew we were able to get that result, top 10 there, but it was just a bit of a relief to get that, you know. And then off we went for a crazy week at Sam's house. We did a lot of riding, filming.
I was looking forward for ages really to getting to Australia because I've never been before. I used to have World Cups there and stuff, but it was just kind of too much of a big expense for me to go before, so I was excited to go there, and especially go to Sam's. The whole team there, so we got to do a bit of riding. Sam took us around to some of those pretty cool tracks and stuff, and it was just, it's like a different world, just big deep dust everywhere and kind of loose. Completely different to the mud and ruts back home.
Riding some of the local downhill tracks, made them get out there and dig with the shovels and work on a new downhill track that Mike's called the Filthy Sausage. So it's a bit wild, but it's going to be fun when it's finished.
Yeah, so stoked. Like, a bit of a crap start to the weekend with qualifying and stuff, and then the
the big man's turned it around, dominated the top downhill section, and then just held on and so made up with the podium. And then Joe 14th, that's a brilliance, you know, it's back where he should be at. And little Mike there with all his injuries, 31st I think, so yeah, good weekend.
Splits are good. I was pretty fast. Kind of lost a bit of time as I went down, so I was fast at the top. Kind of still pretty good, and then lost a little bit down on the pedaling, but you can go harder.
Like a family, and we want everyone to do well and win. And you know, I really wanted Sam to win that race, and he did. And he was disappointed with second, but you know, it was a really good mark for the season, I thought. And also Joe did well. He was top 20. Mike qualified 10th, which was ridiculous, you know. Then we went on to Leogang the week after. Leogang's Leogang. It's a bit of a bike park, but the riders weren't stoked to go there, but we tried to do, you know, take it as, you know, another World Cup and try and win the race also. But we had a few issues during practice, especially with Sam's bike, which was costing quite a few practice runs, and to end up 10th on the day, I thought that was a good recovery, you know, and sort of damage control.
So when he goes to a track that's like Leogang, it's pretty limiting for somebody with like his abilities and what he wants to do on a track.
And then we had a bit of a break after that race. We had a couple of BDS rounds back in the UK, and both Joe and Mike did really well at those. Llangollen British round, Joe was second there, right up there with the top guys. And then national champs, he was third, right on the same second as G, and Bryceland won that, and Mike was fifth. So from there, yeah, we went on to Mont St Anne, and Sam had the same focus coming into that race as he did at Fort William. He was only there to win the race.
Ready to, I'm already excited for next week. Already thinking about next week and winning, so hopefully it's just a start.
Pretty scary that was, mate. Thought where he come down and went behind me, I thought, I was trying to look for the quickest exit, eh? He was getting ready to run. Nah, we had been riding well all weekend, and I followed him pretty much every run. I was a bit bummed to be off the podium and pulling it out a weekend after the world selection had been done. So I was pretty bummed about that, but not much I can do. Still shown I can be up there every race, so it's not too bad.
Anyway, we got down, got into Wyndham late on Monday evening, but everyone's in good form, you know. Came into the golf course, beat the horn at a few golfers, and got everyone laughing and pumped, and yeah, we're ready for the race this weekend. I was super stoked with that. I mean, actually worked out Mike was 6th, which is ridiculous for his first year. He was pinned. Sam was 7th, like 0.1 of a second behind Mike, and Joe was 9th, like 0.3 back on that or something.
In Wyndham it was amazing. Me, Mike and Sam all did real good. Mike was just, well, all of us, we were all within, I was 0.4 off the podium, Mike was like 0.1 off the podium or something, and there was the 3 of us between in that same space of time, so kind of that was a good race. And yeah, first time I've been on a World Cup podium. The others have had a bit of a taste of it before, Mike in the juniors and Sam obviously winning everything.
Yeah, we were the #1 team for the day and in Wyndham, and then we were coming into the World Cup finals. That was the race that early on in the in sort of the preparation for the season, that was, you know, before any of the other results happened, that was the one race I felt that Sam was going to have a really good chance to win.
What the to flat?
Boom. I say, where's the dirt that used to be there?
Yeah.
Why don't they just leave it?
Well, we had a lot of the guys from Chain Reaction Cycles and a lot of the kind of guys who were a big part of the company were there. And they watched it. They really enjoyed it. I think we had a good atmosphere.
Yeah, when we got there, it wasn't a disappointment. The track was fantastic. For me, it was the best track of the year. The whole venue was amazing. The crowd was amazing there, and we'd also organised the CRC events team to be there to kind of have a party and celebrate how well the team had done through the season. So obviously the goal was to win that race, and Sam won the race. It was flipping amazing. Yeah, so stoked, like, pretty nervous down to the wire then, but with that last section Sam did on the inside, put out, I thought if anyone was going to beat him, they'd have to be up there, and fair play to Matt Simmons, like, he knew Sam's bottom was super quick, so stoked for him, man.
It was 2 years before he left junior school, I think, and they used to have a little marathon, they called it a marathon, little cross-country race in the school. And he came home from school one day and he said, me and his mum were in the kitchen, and he said, we're doing a marathon at school. Oh yeah, I'm going to win it. Oh yeah, okay. And like, you know, that's kids, isn't it? Anyway, he trained and he trained and he won it. Like, he beat kids like a couple of years older than him. Oh Jesus, you know, like, what have we got here? And all, even like as he got older in doing the downhill mountain biking, he every beginning of the year he would set himself a goal. Like when he was in the under 15s or whatever, I don't know what goals he set there. But when he moved into junior, he wanted to win the juniors. Like when he was young, he was younger than junior anyway, and he wanted to like top 10 in the elite. And he did it. Focus. Fortitude. He's always been focused. He went astray for a couple of years and he had injuries. But now he's really focused again.
good race run and unfortunately got sucked into a big rock right at the finish and went over the bars. So game over.
Game over for this year.
Game over for this year, but yeah, more motivation and more hunger for next year. So it's been a while since I've won a World Cup, and yeah, it's been a while since I've been like as comfortable and just the feeling I have on the bike at the moment. It's been a few years since I felt that, so just really enjoying the team and being on Nukeproof, and yeah, I think a couple wins this year, and after winning Maribel I had a lot of confidence and just feel good on my bike again. So I think I'm healthy now, survived the crash today, and yeah, I'll have a good off season and carry the momentum through and come back next year swinging.